Life is a journey, a series of moments, lessons, and experiences that shape who we are. But sometimes, in the hustle and bustle of everyday life, we lose sight of the bigger picture. We forget to pause, to reflect, and to truly understand the lessons that life is trying to teach us. Today, we're diving deep into the lessons that have the power to transform the way you see the world, the way you see others, and the way you see yourself. These are the lessons that will stay with you long after this video ends. Lessons that will change your perspective forever. Let's start with the most fundamental lesson of all: perspective. The way we see the world isn't just a reflection of what's out there, it's a reflection of what's inside us. Our beliefs, our experiences, our fears, and our dreams all shape the lens through which we view life. Think about it. Two people can experience the exact same event and walk away with completely different interpretations. Why? Because perspective is everything. It's the difference between seeing a challenge as an obstacle or an opportunity, between viewing failure as the end or the beginning. The lesson here is simple but profound. You have the power to choose your perspective. And when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Life will always throw curveballs your way. But when you learn to see those curveballs as opportunities for growth, you unlock a whole new way of living. One filled with resilience, creativity, and hope. Now, let's talk about gratitude. It's a word we hear all the time, but how often do we truly practice it? Gratitude isn't just about saying thank you. It's about shifting your focus from what you lack to what you have. Studies have shown that practicing gratitude can improve your mental health, strengthen your relationships, and even boost your physical well-being. But more than that, it changes the way you experience life. When you take the time to appreciate the small things, the warmth of the sun on your skin, the sound of laughter, the taste of your favorite meal, you begin to realize how much beauty there is in the world. And when you focus on that beauty, it grows. Gratitude is a practice, and like any practice, it takes time and effort. But the more you do it, the more natural it becomes. And before you know it, you'll find yourself living in a state of abundance, where every moment feels like a gift. Here's a lesson that many of us struggle with: embracing imperfection. In a world that often values perfection above all else, it's easy to feel like we're not good enough, like we're constantly falling short. But here's the truth: perfection is an illusion. It's a standard that no one can live up to because it doesn't exist. What does exist is imperfection, the cracks, the flaws, the quirks that make us who we are. When you learn to embrace your imperfections, you free yourself from the pressure to be perfect. You give yourself permission to be human, to make mistakes, to learn, to grow. And in doing so, you open yourself up to a life of authenticity and self-acceptance. Remember, it's the imperfections that make life interesting. They're what make us unique, what make us real. So don't be afraid to embrace them, to celebrate them, even, because in the end, it's not about being perfect. It's about being perfectly you. Let's talk about failure. It's something we all experience, but it's also something we often fear. We see failure as the opposite of success, as something to be avoided at all costs. But what if I told you that failure is one of the greatest teachers you'll ever have? Failure isn't the end of the road. It's a stepping stone. It's how we learn, how we grow, how we become better. Every mistake, every setback, every no is an opportunity to try again, to do better, to be better. The lesson here is simple. Don't be afraid to fail. Embrace it. Learn from it. Use it as fuel to keep going, to keep striving, to keep growing. Because the only true failure is giving up. Success isn't about never falling. It's about getting back up every time you do. And when you learn to see failure as a teacher, not an enemy, you unlock a level of resilience and determination that will carry you through anything. Finally, let's talk about the present moment. It's easy to get caught up in the past, to dwell on regrets, on mistakes, on what could have been. It's just as easy to get lost in the future, to worry about what's to come, to plan, to dream. But the truth is, the only moment we truly have is this one. The present moment is where life happens. It's where we connect, where we create, where we live. And yet, so often, we miss it. We're so busy looking backward or forward that we forget to look around. The lesson here is simple but profound. Be here now. Take a deep breath. Look around. Notice the beauty, the joy, the life that's happening all around you. Because this moment, this one, right here, is all we truly have. Life is a series of moments, and each one is a gift. Don't let them pass you by. Be present. Be mindful. Be alive. Life is a journey, and these lessons are the milestones along the way. They're the reminders, the guideposts, the truths that will change your perspective forever. So take them with you. Carry them in your heart, and let them guide you as you navigate the beautiful, messy, incredible journey of life.